What it do? What it do? You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. Most definitely hit the bell icon. That's the notification bell that'll alert you all content that will drop to my YouTube channel. Also, hit the thumbs up, the aka the like button. YouTube appreciate that. S.L.R Media TV appreciate that. Also, hit the subscribe button. All three helps my channel grow, push it further to the YouTube algorithm, get more viewers, more new subscribers, and it helps push my channel further into the YouTube. Also, I need everybody to go, go, go. Subscribe to my second YouTube channel, S.L.R Sports News TV. Once again, S.L.R Sports News TV. Great content over there. I need everybody to go over there to my second YouTube page. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button on that. Support the channel, support the movement. You also support the channel. Hit the Cash App, $ all caps SRED40. Support the channel. All proceeds continue to push the channel further. Continue to grow. It's all about growth. Let's continue to push this channel. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my future subscribers. You see the title, Carolina Panthers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm giving everybody, a week to soak up the victory, soak up the win. But as far as it's going, we on to Cincinnati. Cincinnati coming to us. I don't give a damn what anybody say about Cincinnati. They're coming in to win. And our job is to not let them win. We go 2-2. We 500. We possibly could be in first place if we win Sunday. And if not in first place, we could be tied for first place. What a great feeling would that be for the Carolina Panther fans, for the Carolina Panther nation. What a great feeling would it be to actually say the Carolina Panthers are actually in first place in the division. But we had to beat the Cincinnati Bengals first. Yeah, they're depleted. They really don't have a defense. Yeah, Jamar Chase, they star-studded wide receiver, is hurt. Joe Burrow is not playing up to Joe Burrow's standards, but the Cincinnati Bengals had pretty much put the team on Joe Burrow's back. Remember, they don't have Joe Mixon. They started running back for multiple years. He's gone. He's now in Houston. You got T. Higgins. T. Higgins now getting himself back into the shape of the game, but he's not T. Higgins the last year yet. So a lot of things is going on, and there's a lot of blame going on in the Cincinnati Bengals organization. Is Zach Taylor actually calling the right game plan? I don't give a damn what Zach Taylor calls. I don't care. All I know is you can come into the bank and think you're gonna get some money out the bank. You're gonna get denied, declined. I'm telling you right now. Cincinnati Bengals don't even have a running game. They don't have a running game. And they depleted on defense. This is a recipe for the Carolina Panthers to continue the same game plan they did last week. Run the ball, spread them out, Andy Dalton hitting open wide receivers. This is another win game for the Carolina Panthers. Not only it's a must-win game, it's a game that the Carolina Panthers have to have. They have to have it. They have to have this game. It's time for the Carolina Panthers to start stacking wins at home. Listen, the win last week is going to bring the home crowd out Sunday. It's going to be a jam-packed place at the bank because fans are now believing because of Andy Dalton. They on the belief, but I'm telling the fans to relax. Relax. We seen this last season. Well, with S.L.R, but that was with Bryce Young. It does not matter. Can Dave Canales and Andy Dalton repeat? Make me a believer. Because see, if you lose, what's going to happen is, oh, it's the same old Carolina Panthers. Could this be a repeat of last year? Dave Canales, you remember what you said? Trust the process, stacking days, stacking games. You have to win this game. You have to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. They are a wounded team. I don't give a damn what Vegas say that they got the Cincinnati Bengals beating us. I don't care. This is a must-win game. The Carolina Panthers can go 2-2. And if everybody else loses to the NFC South, the Carolina Panthers could be sitting tied in first place Sunday night for the first time in years. Yeah, we don't have an offensive lineman, Damian Lewis. Chandler Zavala step up. Next man up. Chandler Zavala has got plenty of game reps and plenty of games under his belt. Time to step up, Zavala. The offensive line right now for the Carolina Panthers are playing some of the best football right now. And if you really want to really be honest and really be straight up, we may have a top 5, top 10 offensive line right now. With thorough, they're nasty. They're going to get after you. And I like the demeanor of Ike Ekwonu playing because Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis is rubbing off on him. And I like it. And I told y'all about Ike. I told y'all give Ike time. We could have one of the best left tackles since Jordan Gross. Remember, we've been looking for that left tackle since Jordan Gross. We've been looking. We may have him. I like what the Carolina Panthers doing. I like what Dave Canales is doing. This is not a vanilla strawberry type of offense what you had with Bryce Young. But I need Andy Dalton to not be so aggressive as you was last week because the Cincinnati Bengals are better than the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm just going to put that out there. They got the better quarterback. I believe they have the better team with the better coaching staff. I'm not taking Cincinnati lightly. Cincinnati can drop 30 on us. I'm not taking us lightly. Stick to the game plan, stick to the running game, but it's very key for the defense to continue to play good and get after Joe Burrow. And I said it before and I say it again. The Carolina Panthers, you give them a 14-point lead, the defense is going to rock. I can't wait. But I need everybody to tune in Sunday. You know I'm going live. Tune in, tap in, tell everybody S.L.R going live. Let's go. Run the likes, run the subscribes up, run the Cash App up. Let's go. We in the building. I got the Carolina Panthers beating the Cincinnati Bengals 24-20. Yep. I got the Carolina Panthers going 2-2. Let's get into the show. Let's get into I got some great content. Let's get into it. Bryce Young will be sitting down and continue to watch Andy Dalton. Bryce, learn and grow from this. Let's see our opposing quarterback, Joe Burrow.
Pat him on the shoulder pads, and that was, I don't even think I said anything, but that was just me saying, hey, it's your time to go. I have a lot of confidence in him. He had a good camp. He's a smart player. He's going to continue to get better and better. So I'm excited to play with him. Excited to watch him play. He's gonna be a good one, I think.
What did you think about the offense when you watched the film from Monday?
Yeah, we were really good. We had spots, obviously, where we could improve. We got down to the red zone and kicked 2 field goals, missed 1. So, came away with 3 points when it could have been 14 there. So whenever you have those opportunities that you didn't cash in on, that's what sits with you. And at the end of the day, we didn't do enough to win the game. So we got to take advantage of those opportunities next week.
How do you go about when you have an expectation you feel like the team should be at or a level the team should be playing at? How do you go about expressing that throughout the course of the season or a week or whatever? When you feel like it's not being hit, how do you go about kind of delivering that as something you do? Like, how does that work?
It depends on the situation, and I think there's a lot that goes into it. For the most part, I trust our coaches to say the things that need to be said to individuals and to the group, and pick my spots.
Have you sensed any red flags in the 3 weeks leading up to these 3 games that made you think we're not where we need to be going into the game?
No, I felt good going into the game. I felt really good about the game plans. And obviously hasn't worked out great on Sundays, so we just got to be better at executing in those moments, and when the opportunity presents itself to go and win the game, we have to go and seize that opportunity. We can't just let it pass by, and then we've let it pass by for 3 weeks now.
T had only 3 catches for 39 yards. Do you chalk that up to him just getting back into the swing of things, or how do you get him going on a higher level?
T's going to be productive in our offense. I'm not, every week somebody's going to touch the ball a lot, and it might be different every week, just depending on what we're seeing and how teams are playing us. So T knows his role. He's going to play a big part this whole year, and I'm going to continue to get him the ball in the looks that tell me to throw the ball to T. And I don't go into a game thinking I got to get T touches, I got to get Jamar touches, I got to get Eric All touches. Just see how I just read it out and throw the ball where the defense is supposed to tell me to throw it, based on our discussions and our reads on the concepts throughout the week.
How do you think 2 tight ends has fit you guys so well this year?
We got the guys to do it. I think we're going to continue to build on that package. We feel really good about our tight ends. They've been playing really well for us, so we're going to continue to expand that package and keep getting them touches. They're going to continue to be productive.
First experience of it with T and Jamar outside of 2 tight ends, did that feel like something, like you said, that you can expand on, that feels like it could bubble up to be a real weapon, specifically when you've got those 2 guys together for the first time?
Yeah, I think so. I think every team shows you different looks in 12 personnel. And some weeks you think you can take advantage of that, and some weeks you might not. And so, week to week it might vary, but we do feel really good about those personnel packages.
What are some of the things that stick out to you when you look at Carolina on tape?
They're really solid. They play their scheme well. You can tell they're well coached. Their corners are aggressive, and they play really hard, and they're stout inside. So, it'll be a challenge for us, but we're excited for the opportunity.
I'd like to see what Andy Dalton did this past week and to see him still in the league doing his thing.
Yeah, it feels like every time he gets his opportunity, he goes and takes advantage of it. So, credit to him for that. But hopefully not this week.
Coming out of halftime Monday night, and then Washington goes down and scores, and you guys, it's pretty much do or die for you guys, and you go touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Is the urgency in that 90-minute window comparable at all to what you guys feel this week and getting ready for this game, which may or may not, I don't know how you feel about it, must-win type of game?
Yeah, I think you go into every game and you got to feel it out early, see what kind of game it's going to be. It turned pretty quickly into a game where we're going to have to go and score touchdowns on every drive, and that's after 2 drives in the first half, that's what we did. We just got to do that earlier, go get in the end zone early again, keep putting points on the board, and that urgency is going to be really high every week.
There's a lot of numbers about 0-3 teams and their chances of coming in, those who made the playoffs. Why do you feel like this team is maybe unique and can buck all those trends of the teams that have started 0-3 and failed to make the postseason?
The postseason is the furthest thing from my mind right now. We had a good day today. We just got to get a win on Sunday, and then we'll go from there.
Any thoughts on seeing Jake and Clowney this Sunday?
Feels like we play him new team every year, and he's always on the schedule. Sometimes we're playing him twice. He's been productive for a long time. He's a dynamic pass rusher that you always have to be aware of. So it'll be a challenge for our guys.
And you personally, obviously, given what happened last year when he hit you.
What happened last year? Oh, he's the one that hit me when I got hurt? Oh. Yeah, I didn't even realize. I didn't forgot that. It's he's going to get back there. You're going to take some hits from him. That's football. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Joe.
Play they get turned around.
Yeah.
Is that just instinctive, or did you think about it, or?
Zach made 4 people miss on the front side and reverse field, so figured I'd get in the way and help him out a little bit. He made a great play.
You blocked with your left shoulder.
Yeah, definitely the left.
With the vocal leadership thing, is that something you did a lot of at LSU, or even in high school, or is this something that's going to be new to you?
I've always just kind of picked my spots when to do that. I've never really been that guy, I would say, and still won't be a big part of who I am, but there's definitely some spots that I feel like it could be needed.
How important is it when you decide to speak up that you do it with authority in your own mind, that you know what you're talking about, and not try to go too far into somebody else's job?
Yeah, I think those are always the things that you think about. I've always been a guy that just focuses on what I have to do and, speaking up within, technical aspects of football with, routes and concepts and things like that, but never really a big picture vocal kind of guy. So I think that's more what I'm talking about, is big picture, work ethic, stuff like that.
Who's the best leader you've been around, and why?
As far as vocal leadership, J.T. Barrett was really, really good at it when I was at Ohio State. He was always, the pregame speech guy, fiery, vocal leader guy. And so, that's never really been me, but, watching him do that was impressive.
Has it hit you yet that some of your more vocal leaders in the past aren't here on this team? And, Zach will say up and say, it's your team. Has it really hit you that you might have to be a different leader than you've been in years past, simply because of how much turnover on the team over the last couple of years?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think, we've lost guys that are leaders, but I think we were all pretty similar leaders. I wouldn't say we had a ton of, rah-rah vocal guys. And at some point, you can only say so much, and you got to go out and play, and everybody's got to be focused on what they can do to get better every day, and there's only so much you can do or say to, help that.
Is that what this is? Is almost trying to jumpstart things, get into a complete rhythm so you can start winning games and going in the right direction?
Just understanding the position that we're in, and the opportunities we have going forward, and how the urgency needs to heighten a little bit in this tough spot that we're in.
Do you find yourself being a leader from both sides of the ball? Obviously, you're more on the offensive side, but did you see something on the defensive side? Do you feel like you could step in and say, hey, something could change, something should change?
I would never go to the opposite side of the ball schematically or anything like that. That's their world, and they know what they need to do and need to fix. But big picture stuff, definitely.
Leadership can be like a vague term or concept, right? Because you look at scheme things and it's either it succeeded or it didn't. Leadership is more of an idealistic thing. What is leadership to you? What does that look like to you, and how far as a concept, in itself, can that take a team by itself?
I think leadership is just, at the heart of it, is focusing on what you have to do and doing it really well, and letting that rub off on the people around you, and you just have to be yourself. People see through it if you're not, and so I've kind of always taken that to heart and just been myself, worked really hard, and picked my spots to say things here and there.
What you said about getting better every day, that's something, if you guys were 3-0, you'd still be saying that, right? So does it feel, even though that's the main mission, no matter where you're at, does it feel different to strive toward that when it is a situation like this, 0-3, as opposed to like a 3-game winning streak?
That specific idea, no. I would still be treating practice the same way and focusing on what I can do to get better. I would say, moods are a little different, and energy is heightened when you're in this spot. Just knowing what we have ahead of us is going to be a tall task, but I think we're ready for it.
Because of the expectations being so high for this team at the start of the year, and then obviously with the 0-3 record, there's a lot of questions about accountability and where blame goes. And I know you guys don't do that, but do you feel like there is enough coach to player and player to player accountability that happens within your locker room?
Yeah, I would say that. Everybody knows the places that they can get better from week to week, and that's made very clear within the rooms. And there's always places to improve individually, team wise and unit wise. So our coaches make that very clear, and we have smart players in the room to understand that and take that to heart and go and fix it.
Joe, when Trent Brown went down the other day in the game, you made it a point to walk up to Amarius. I don't know what was said necessarily, but did you have a message for him, and why did you feel it was important to go say whatever it was to Amarius?
I didn't say much. I just.
Obviously, going up against the Bengals, you've gone up against them 3 times already. Is there any sort of, pick me up for going up against them at this point in your career?
No, it's obviously fun. A ton of memories for me in Cincinnati. And, there's still some coaches that are there that, that were there when I was there. So it's just going to be nice to kind of get to catch up with them and get to see them. When you see Cincy on the schedule, it's like I've had it every year except last year. So it's always fun to get the opportunity to go against them.
Andy, there's only one team since the merger that has started 0-4 and went on to make the playoffs. So, the Bengals got to be feeling, a sense of urgency. How dangerous are they coming in?
Yeah, it's a great team. Their record doesn't show exactly who they are. Everybody knows what type of players they have over there and the success that they've had. So, you can't take them lightly. They, even their game on Monday, they're still scoring a lot of points, putting themselves, close in that game. It could have gone either direction, and that's been kind of the story of every game they've played so far.
What was that last season in Cincinnati like for you?
It was tough for sure. There's a lot of things that were just hard, and it's been kind of similar to how it's been.
Now we go to Carolina. The Panthers have said they are not considering trading Bryce Young despite placing him on the bench at this moment. The 2023 number 1 overall pick with so much investment to get that first overall selection and all that was traded away for Bryce Young. Do you believe in Carolina when they tell us they are not interested in trading Bryce Young? Or, as we discussed earlier, is it a market ploy to try to garner some interest, making him seem like he's untouchable?
Yeah, I think it's, it's one thing to try to say from a Carolina perspective, we're not trading him, because what you're trying to do is send the message to Bryce Young. Like, look, we understand you stink right now. You know you stink, but let's just say you're not going anywhere. Give you a little bit of confidence that you don't have to worry every 30 minutes that your agent is going to call. They're going to be the third string quarterback in Cincinnati and have to change everything. You're trying to give him hope for the future and say, kid, it hasn't worked out yet. Let's sit you down. Don't worry. You'll take a deep breath. You'll get back in a couple weeks, and we think you can be the player that we drafted #1 overall. And also keep in mind, no other team out there is going to trade for a first-round draft pick in his second season. This isn't like 1977. It's like, hey, it's a 3-year deal for $5 million. That's an expensive contract, and now in the NFL with first-round draft picks, it's fully guaranteed. So no team is going to take that on for a look-see. If they do cut him, Carolina, yes, you would take him on because he'd clear waivers, and then you would go to the next franchise on a veteran or just say a rookie, whatever minimum salary that he would have. So it doesn't make any sense for them to move on, because it's right. If you keep him on your roster for the next 3 years as a backup, it's going to cost you the same, Ben, as cutting him this year. And there is a chance that he can resurrect his career and learn from being on the bench and be a decent quarterback. Absolutely. We saw that talent at Alabama. So it doesn't make any decision here easier for Carolina, except the money will be the same if you cut him or move on from him. You might as well just keep him and hope that he can resurrect his career.
That's our football. Run the ball when you want to. Stop the run. Throw it over their heads. Keep it from doing it. We got some guys we got to talk about. Mike Jack got a pick. We got some sacks here. Okay, give me a hey. Here we go. Peavy got one. LB got one. Clowney got one. Andy Dalton, first quarterback this season in the NFL with 300-plus yards and 3 touchdowns. Career high for Deontay, 8 for 122 and a touchdown. Oh my! I love it. The last time we had a 100-yard receiver and a 100-yard rusher was week 12 of 2022. Chuba got 100. Hey, listen. It's the process. We had a great week. What'd you expect was going to happen on Sunday? We had a great day, okay? You guys battled the whole time. I know they got some stuff there on us at the end, guys, but it's about appreciating each other, playing for each other, and trusting this process. What's our standard? Maintain the standard. We don't change. We don't change that at all. Everybody good? Yes, sir. By the way.
Boss man. Game ball. Yes,
You see David Tepper. You seen him hanging out in the woodworks, chilling. Told you David Tepper be everywhere. Don't think he don't, because he do now. Don't get it twisted. You seen David. You seen him give Dave Canales the handball. He likes what he sees. Let's continue to roll. Let's continue to push it. Let's go.
Dalton took advantage of an opportunity, and we talked about this earlier. He looks like the first overall pick with the way he played in that game on the road. The last 10 games on the road, the Panthers were 0-10. 8 of those games they'd given up, lost by more than 7 points. You did not see this with this Andy Dalton's Panthers team. Threw for over 300 yards. The one start he had last year when Bryce was hurt, he threw for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns against the Raiders. This team was converting 9% of their third downs coming into this game through 2 games. They converted over 40% with Andy Dalton. And this looked like a completely different football team compared to what we saw over the first 2 weeks. You saw players that seemed excited about the change, about the opportunity to catch passes. Adam Thielen actually looked fast for the first time in 18 games. He blew a tire in the process of catching that fantastic touchdown pass. You saw Deontay Johnson go for 122. Deontay Johnson was catching balls from Ben Roethlisberger when he arrived in the league. He has never gone for 122 before today. We saw the excitement on the sidelines. It bled over to the defense, which has been a targeted unit through the first 2 weeks of the season, generating turnovers, forcing Gardner Minshew into mistakes. I don't know what other way to feel than elated if you're a Panthers fan, if you're a Panthers wide receiver, if you're Panthers owner David Tepper, who had Steph Curry in the actual box with him today. Another sort of nod at Bryce Young, this may be over. And it is completely different than what it was 48 hours ago when we heard Bryce explaining why he had to suck it up and find his way to the bench and find ways to get better. And we heard our Jonathan Jones report, and I believe him. The Panthers aren't done with Bryce. It is hard for me to imagine a situation short of injury where we see Bryce Young again.
It's a wrap for Bryce. They don't want to see you, Bryce. Damn, they done gave up on you, Bryce. They don't want to see you, Bryce. Why they do you like that? Why they kick you to the curb like that?
It's
wow.
A Victory Monday here in the Carolinas. How about that?
Since we've had the logo in the background.
I feel like
how about that?
It's been a long time since we've been able to,
be
talk
excited.
so positively.
Yeah. I know.
People are smiling. They are smiling now. It's great.
No more booing.
No more booing. No thumbs down. We
thumbs
saw
down.
that.
I know. So
that's an uncomfortable position.
I know. So this morning we want to know. Do you think that this is turning a corner for the Panthers?
Yes.
I
think so.
Is this it? Is this it? Because for those keeping count, for the third time in 622 days, Carolina Panthers are waking up with a win. The Panthers changed quarterbacks, as you probably know at this point.
The Red Rifle.
That's right.
That's right.
Went on to beat the Raiders 36-22.
So it started Monday when rookie head coach Dave Canales benched former top pick Bryce Young after just 2 games in favor of 36-year-old veteran Andy Dalton. Yesterday's game also marks Canales' first win as an NFL head coach. Take a listen.
Game ball.
Oh, I'm smiling inside. I'm absolutely beat. This has been an amazing week, but again, just a really heavy week. And just with all the factors, and just getting back to work and continuing to push to establish our culture and process. So I'm thrilled. I'm so joyful. Thank you for bringing that up.
And check this out, this photo from yesterday. The Panthers making NFL history. Yesterday's game marked the first ever matchup between NFL teams with female presidents. That's Sandra Douglas Morgan to your left of the Raiders and Panthers team president Christy Coleman. Coleman was named team president in 2022.
Cool.
So, hey, next up, Charlotte will host the Bengals at home this Sunday.
Kind of ironic because that was Andy Dalton's former team.
Yes.
Yeah. When he came in, not when he first came in, but he had some legendary times with that team. Went to the playoffs several times. So
And Chris,
kind of ironic.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Chris, you said your wife's a Bengals fan and was
Huge
thought
Bengals fan.
they were going to run away with the win, and now you're like, I don't know, the Panthers may take it away again.
Yeah, it looks like it's like, well, we're going to a win. That's guaranteed. But now, not anymore. And I think this really just proves on either side of the ball, because there was a lot of criticism for defense that Bryce Young had nothing to do with. So just the changing of the guard, and that's what Canales is really saying. That it's a really heavy week. He hated doing it, but he knew it was best for the team. But even the defense was fired up, because I think either side was starting to fuel off each other. So it's nice to see.
So what does this mean going forward?
I think it means that there's some positive times ahead. They're going to be playing some tough games. The Bengals will be a tough game. I think it's about 50-50 because Andy Dalton has it. He's got it going. And, I think that later on we got some possibilities. I mean, with the NFC South, and I hate to say this, one of the weaker conferences, we could potentially even go to the playoffs. I mean, there's that potential now with a whole change in attitude, change of quarterback.
And what's this mean for Bryce Young?
The Panthers have already gotten trade offers. So
Have they?
Yeah, so it's not a guarantee there, but I think they're going to kind of roll with it because I don't really know exactly what they have as far as number 3 on the depth chart. But I think it's right now that they're just focused going forward. But yeah, teams have already
Probably
reached out.
the best thing could happen for Bryce Young is to be traded because it would give a new start.
Yes,
It would be tough for him to come back here and do well, especially in the footsteps. Now in the footsteps of Andy Dalton. So I think that would be better. Miami Dolphins need a quarterback, so maybe that's one of the possibilities. I mean, they even talked about the Giants. I don't know.
And we've seen, like, we saw with Baker Mayfield how, from Browns to here down, a different team and a different dynamic and different.
They take off.
You can do well, and it's not any one person's fault. It's just a different team dynamic. So.
Some people chiming in. John Kelly saying, nice win by the Panthers and Charlotte FC. Joy Mott saying, I hope they keep winning.
Keep pounding.
Yeah,
and it was crazy, the stats that were coming out for this game. The Panthers were 2 for 22 on third downs. Andy Dalton right off the bat went 2 for 2. And it was 20 games. This is the last time that they scored an opening drive touchdown. And they just look great.
Quarterback rating 127, which is amazing.
I think the top is 159.
The most points scored in all the games this past weekend were not here, but with the Panthers with 36 points.
Wow.
I mean, and I know I heard from people when we were talking in the newsroom as well. There were some people who were not paying attention to the game yesterday because they, to be honest, got tired of paying attention to the games because it was so depressing. And so when they saw the push notification from WCNC Charlotte or whatever it was, Panthers win, they're like, what? Which is a good little surprise to have.
It's funny that some people here said that because I had friends and I was following along, looking on social media, and they said, yes, I'm still a diehard Panthers fan. I grew up here. I'm just not watching the game today. I'm too depressed lately. And, Andy turned it all around.
Up until yesterday, they were the worst team in football.
Yeah.
It was almost embarrassing. Now, I don't want to say worst to first, but in the conference, maybe. We'll see what happens.
They're not the bottom.
No, they're not.
No,
not anymore.
My team from back home might be the worst ones, but we'll get to that. But no, I'm really excited for the positivity, and everyone was smiling. It was so cool to see the locker room, because how many times have we stood up here and I was like, well, it's only up from here. Well, we actually are heading up, so it's really cool.
Yeah, Nick was showing in his sports. Andy Dalton was coming up behind Dave Canales like, okay, you can smile now. Come on, smile. Trying to get that smile out of him during the game.
They deserve it.
Yes, they do.
It's been a long time coming.
And it was huge. The Raiders scored a little bit at the end, but it was pretty much a blowout.
We'd like to see it. All right, folks. Chime in. Do you think it's a turnaround for the team? And then we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Bye-bye.
Joined here by Coach Dave Canales. Coach Canales, welcome to Carolina. You said you want to build a contender here in Charlotte. What's that going to look like in year one?
Year 1, year 3, year 6, play great defense, run the ball, great things come off of it, be crazy about taking care of the football. That's the style of football we got to play. Special teams, screaming down the field with attitude, looking for those guys who are going to contribute on all phases, and really building that brand, that style of football with great effort, great enthusiasm, great toughness, and really a smart football team, exposing them to some situations as we build this.
Last year with the Buccaneers, you got to play against Bryce Young twice. What was your assessment of him as a quarterback? And you talked a lot about complementary football. How would you like to surround an offense that complements what he's good at here in Carolina?
Bryce, accurate, courageous, resilient. I thought he saw some great challenges this year. And then just going forward, just making it about the basics, making it about him just doing his part. And if he can just be focused on that, he'll put us in a position, we'll all be in a position to be successful.
Joined now by the new general manager of the Carolina Panthers, Dan Morgan. Heading into free agency, what do you see as some of the Panthers' biggest needs? Is it shoring up the offensive line, a big-bodied wide receiver? What are some of the big holes you're hoping to fill this offseason?
Yeah, we're still going through that. We're still talking it through, and I talked about alignment and communication. we're going to have a lot of talks about the roster and where we need to improve here in the next, 2-3 months. We're going to have a lot of hours in the draft room, going over free agency, going over the college players, and I'm excited about it. But we need to bring the right type of players in here.
Last question for me. You're someone that obviously played a number of years here in Carolina. You know how passionate this fan base can be. They're really yearning for a team that they can really get behind. How important is that to give this city something to root for and kind of make black and blue more than just the team colors, get back to that way of playing hard defense?
Yeah, it's very important. Obviously playing here for 7 years, and my kids were born here. My wife's from here. We care deeply about this organization and about winning. And I'm going to do everything in my power, roll up my sleeves, get to work, and put a lot of hours in to help make that happen.
I hear you, Dan. You better roll them motherfucking sleeves up, Dan. Roll them up. You're going to need them. You're going to need them. It's going to be a tough game in Cincinnati. It's going to be a tough one. You're going to need everything, all hands on deck when the Cincinnati Bengals come into town. Big time game now. I'm trying to tell y'all. Big time game. Where the red rifle step up, we're going to find it.
Obviously, going up against the Bengals, you've gone up against them 3 times already. Is there any sort of, pick me up for going up against them at this point in your career?
No, it's obviously fun. A ton of memories for me in Cincinnati. And, there's still some coaches that are there that, that were there when I was there. So it's just going to be nice to kind of get to catch up with them and get to see them. When you see Cincy on the schedule, it's like I've had it every year except last year. So it's always fun to get the opportunity to go against them.
Andy, there's only one team since the merger that has started 0-4 and went on to make the playoffs. So, the Bengals got to be feeling, a sense of urgency. How dangerous are they coming in?
Yeah, it's a great team. Their record doesn't show exactly who they are. Everybody knows what type of players they have over there and the success that they've had. So, you can't take them lightly. They, even their game on Monday, they're still scoring a lot of points, putting themselves, close in that game. It could have gone either direction, and that's been the kind of the story of every game they've played so far.
What was that last season in Cincinnati like for you?
It was tough for sure. There's a lot of things that were just hard, and it's been kind of similar to how it's been.
Yeah. Andy Dalton, he played one season under Zach Taylor when Zach Taylor was there his first year. That's how they ended up getting Joe Burrow. So after that, he was replaced by the quarterback he's playing Sunday, Joe Burrow. So this is going to mean something to Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton most definitely is going to want to get this win against the Cincinnati Bengals. As I said again, got the Carolina Panthers beating Cincinnati 24-20. Carolina going 2-2. Should be in first place or tied in first place by Sunday. I need everybody to go to my second YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe over there, S.L.R Sports News TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, share over here. Make sure you hit the Cash App too. We in the building. Big time game Sunday. Best believe it. We got a chance to be in first place, to be tied for first place. What we gonna do about it? Is Andy Dalton gonna step up? We're gonna find out. What is a one-hit wonder? We're gonna find out. Will Andy Dalton and Dad Canales the dynamic duo come back with the second hit? We're gonna find out. We're gonna see what's up. Best believe we're gonna see what's up. Will Bryce Young be able to get his job back? We'll see. We'll see. Make sure y'all tap in. Going live Sunday. And post-game reaction after the game. Like, subscribe, share, comment to my YouTube channel. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe, Carolina Panthers. Keep pounding, Carolina Panther Nation. Keep pounding. Hit that like button. Smash the subscribe button. Hit the notification. And also hit the Cash App. I'm out. Keep pounding. Oh, before I go, let me hit you with what he used to be.
Great power comes great responsibility.